It started about a year ago while I was filling up a glass of water. The water turned dark, black, and cloudy, and I immediately poured it out in disgust. The water coming out of the faucet looked clear though, and I quickly forgot about it, thinking maybe some dirt got in the glass somehow. As time passed, however, the same thing kept happening. The water I got from my faucet would grow dark, as swirling black clouds seemed to appear from nowhere. I did not understand it. If it was something in the pipes, the water would come out contaminated. But this seemed to turn darker over time, as if something was appearing inside it. Despite this, I called a plumber anyways, and told him about my problem. He came over and looked around. He told me about there was something in the pipes causing this, and he offered to fix it. I took him up on the offer, and he got to work. He went into the crawl space to shut off the water, and when he came back, he made a joke about it being one of the creepier crawl spaces he had seen. I didn't know what to think as I had not been in the crawl space since I bought the house. He finished up the work, I thanked him, and he told me to let him know if I had any more problems. I tested the water, and it seemed fine. I filled a glass and inspected it for a few seconds to see if anything would happen, but it didn't. Then I remembered what he said about the crawl space. My curiosity pulled me towards it, and I got down and peered in. In the darkness, I could only make out silhouettes of a pile off in the far corner. I turned on the flashlight on my phone and crawled inside. I made my way towards the back of the space and saw a very odd collection of items. Small dolls that were in various states of decay, glass jars filled with what looked like preserved sea life, a very ornate knife, and a large leather-bound book were scattered about on the floor. After rummaging through the items, I decided to take out the book for a better look. I brought it out of the crawl space and into the light where I placed it on a table. It was pretty plain looking from the outside, if not a little worn, and it was held shut with a long strip of leather that was wrapped around it. I uncoiled the strip of leather and opened the book. Inside was what looked like the scribblings of a madman. The writing was incredibly small and filled up each page from top to bottom. As I flipped through, I found that the dense writing was broken occasionally by crudely drawn pictures of different fish, some of which looked very strange. There was no way I could read all of it, but the parts I did read sent chills down my spine. It spoke of alternate worlds filled with only water. It had instructions of rituals that involved things like blood, feces, innards of various animals, and other revolting things. It talked about visions and being possessed by unknown creatures that were beyond our understanding. I was so engrossed in this that I didn't notice until it was too late. I felt something wrap around my leg and pull tight. I fell to the ground and was dragged backwards. I fought and flipped around to see what was attacking me, and then I saw it. The glass I had left on the counter had turned a dark, inky black, and out of it twisted a large, otherworldly tentacle. It was a dark gray with rust-colored blotches that were moving about. Where each of the suckers should be, instead there was a small mouth with rows of teeth. I kicked at it and screamed to no effect. I grabbed a chair and beat at it over and over until the chair broke. I stabbed it with the broken pieces of the chair, but it would not react. I felt myself getting lightheaded from the blood loss, and I thought it was over for me. I passed out. I woke up in a pool of my own blood. The tentacle was still wrapped around me, but now I could not feel my leg. I looked myself over and found dark black veins all over my body.